Welcome back to another video. Today I have something very, very special. We have the Lego RMS Titanic. So let's get right into the review and let's go. This is the Lego Titanic set, complete with 9,090 pieces, set number 10294, and it took me about 17 hours to complete over the course of 4 days. The Lego Titanic set is pretty darn close to the real ship. During the time lapse, if you have not seen the time lapse, that will be posted in the description when it comes out. In the time lapse, I watched the movie about 7 times during 14 hours it took to build, or 17 hours it took to build this model. Right now we are looking at the first of 3 sections of the ship. This ship does come apart into 3 separate parts. This is the bow, where we get a good view of the bridge here, and you can see the 4 funnels in the background. Here we have a good view of the mid section of the ship, looking at the compass tower, and then the 2 center funnels, and the Titanic nameplate. And here we get a good view of the stern, which is easily one of the most busiest places of the ship, but has a lot of cool details. That comes with like 6 cranes, some vents, the aft mast, and the docking bridge. One of the first things we noticed about this kit is it is Titanic. It totally fits the name, even in Lego standards. Now the actual Titanic was, in the time, the biggest ship in the world. And now that this is definitely the longest Lego set in Lego history. One of the things I want to talk about is the color choices Legos use. We have this nice orangish yellow moving down right into the white part of the superstructure. And then for most of the hull, it's black with some portholes there, which are quite repetitive, but after a while you get the hang of it and it's kind of fun. Then you have the red, that part that goes beneath the water. Speaking of that red color, the hull is very well built. There is barely any gaps across the ship. There are a few, but it is Lego, and we have gotten some crazy triangles going on underneath and inside of what you see from outside. There's the nameplate again, using some of the pieces from the Lego typewriter. And then we get to the propellers and the screws of the Titanic and the functioning rudder. Starting with the bow section of the ship, on deck we have the anchor crane and the main anchor the Titanic used right here, along with the British flag. Moving aft, we have the first mast, complete with the American flag, which I did count only has 46 stars to the 46 states that were in 1912. We have 2 cranes right here, above 2 compartments that go down to the storage area of the ship. Moving up some decks, we have the bridge section on the boat deck, and the boat deck goes all the way across with lifeboats here, 4 on the beginning side of the ship, and 2 of the collapsibles right here and there. We have the grand staircase skylight right here, the second funnel. We have the compass house right here. Moving aft again, we have the second grand staircase skylight. The last funnel, which was actually a dummy funnel and was mainly there for aesthetic purposes, but was also some ventilation for the first class smoking room. We have the second mast here. Another set of 6 cranes back here, 2 more compartments that go down for storage, and then the poop deck, which has a lot of benches. There are benches throughout the entire ship, and they did a very nice job at making these fun little benches, which were pretty unique to build. And then the docking bridge, complete with the other flag of England. This is the crow's nest where they spotted the iceberg. Moving down, we have these phones that are used as vents and do a very good job. There's some here, 1 there, 1 there, some here, some there. And we have some bigger vents down here with also some other typical electrical vents throughout the deck of the ship. Up here at the bow of the ship, we have the anchors on this side, and there's another one on this side, and then that third one right here, the large anchor that I talked about earlier. These anchors are used using black hot dogs, and it makes a wonderful shape and a cool, fun little detail. Moving on, we have the Titanic nameplate. All the pieces are printed here, so there are no stickers, which was very nice. And this is, when I placed this piece, it just felt like the ship was actually coming together. Speaking of building it, this set may surprise you because there is not a lot of Technic inside. Most of it is standard brick building, which is, for a Lego builder like me, I really enjoyed that. On B deck, we can see they have these rectangle windows going the entire span of the ship, and those were quite repetitive. Although the normal portholes you see through D deck, E deck, and F deck, although they were quite repetitive, they did go quite smoothly and easily. Now, a fun play feature that the ship has is that it can open up and show the insides of the 3 sections. First, we have to detach the mast line, and then we pull this out there, and the ship disconnects into its first section. Now, there's a lot going on here, but don't worry, we'll cover all of the details starting way down here at the bottom in the boiler rooms. Here are the boilers, where this is how the ship was powered. Coal was thrown in, it turned it into steam, and that turned the engines and the electrical stuff for the ship. Moving up a deck, we have the first class swimming pool, the bottom of the grand staircase, and a cabin. There's also a cabin, another cabin, but then up here on D deck, we have the dining room, and another side of the dining room. Going up the grand staircase, we have some more suites, some more cabins and suites up here, and then at the top, we have a little lounge area on A deck. These are the coal bunkers where they would store coal. We have the other side of the swimming pool, some cabins, the dining room, more suites, and then the rest of the top. On the next side, we have quite a different view of the ship. Let's start with the middle section. Get this disconnected. A sneak peek of what's happening on the stern. Here, they show the second grand staircase. Yes, an uncommon fact about the Titanic is that there were not 1 but 2 grand staircases. The second one was a little bit smaller. As you can see, it only goes down to about C deck here. And we can have a good view of some third-class cabins, some first-class cabins, probably a reading or writing room of the Titanic, and maybe some lounging space up here for its first-class passengers. Now, moving right along to the stern section, you can see the 2 steam reciprocating engines, which are functional. The pistons do move, and they do move the propellers back here. Another look in the interior is we have some third-class cabins, maybe some second, and then some first-class lounge areas for its passengers. So a cool play feature is that the engines do come out, so you can get a closer look at the pistons. Now you see 2 engines here, but on the ship you see 3 propellers. Now the 2 propellers out here, the starboard and the port propellers, those were steam powered. However, the middle one was electrical powered. And unfortunately, we cannot access the electrical engine, but it is back there. The turbine is somewhere deep inside the ship that might be hard for you guys to see. The way the ship connects is through this axle that goes right through the middle, and it locks it in. Same thing over here. After we put it in, some more axles down there. There's some clips that go in. It's quite easy to put together. I say so, then I struggle. This part will be cut. It just goes right to the after I locked it in. Why does this not go? Yeah, it must be dumb or something. So it's not straight to it. once all the pins are locked in, the ship is pretty much ready to move, and it's locked in there, it's not going anywhere. This would have been good to have during COVID so we can have an at-home workout, because the set is heavy. All 9,000 pieces do weigh a lot in this ship. But I think the Titanic is my favorite Lego set, and we'll just keep it at my favorite Lego set. Thinking of buying this kit, well, it also comes with a Titanic price. Looking in US dollars, it goes for $679.99 plus tax. For me, that was a little over $700. But coming from me, who loves Legos and who loves the story of the Titanic, I think it was all worth it in the end. It is a marvelous kit. It was fun to put it together. You get a good bang for your buck. So I would really suggest this kit to anyone who is thinking about getting it. The model does come with its own nameplate saying Titanic, using some of the typewriter pieces, and to hold the whole thing up, there are these little wooden stands down below. Somewhere down here, yes, there's 6 of them that hold up the ship, and that's about it. This was, again, just an awesome kit, and I really do like it. And have a good day. Please subscribe and like if you like the Titanic and the Legos, because there will be more of this on the channel in the future. Goodbye.